Yep. Even in 2023, the Ricoh GR3 is still the best everyday carry street photography camera. And here's why. Everyday moments on the streets don't wait for weekends, golden hour, or the perfect weather. As street photographers, we aim to tell stories and document the humanity that we observe in our everyday lives. So it only makes sense that we should have a powerful camera with us at all times, but also one that can get out of the way when we need it to and simply become a vessel for our mind's eye. While I enjoy going on photo walks, street photography is kind of a unique genre in that it doesn't wait for you to strap on your shiny new toy camera and your bag filled with lenses and filters and head out the door. And this is where the Ricoh really shines. I do believe it's the best snapshot street photography camera that you can get, as it's a powerful, highly customizable, but also a refined and minimal camera available right in your pocket everywhere you go. There's no extra lenses or bloated ecosystem to worry about. The GR3 is smaller than most phones and is about the same thickness as a wallet. It's also lightweight, even with the battery and memory card, and after a few minutes of carrying it around, you forget that it's there. I feel naked without the GR. The GR3 handles well with a very fast power button and a lens that pops in and out without needing a lens cap. Ricoh clearly designed and built this camera with street photography in mind. It's small, discreet, and all blacked out. The button layout is relatively minimal. I call the Ricoh GR3 the street photography snapshot king for a reason. If you're running an errand, hanging out with friends, traveling on a train, and you notice a moment, you can reach for your GR, get the capture, toss it back in your pocket, and carry on with your day. It really cuts to the core of what makes street photography so fun and immersive, and that's what the Ricoh GR3 philosophy and user experience is really all about. The snap focus is another unique feature that I love and constantly use. I have it set so that if I tap the back LCD or press the shutter button without a half press, the camera instantly takes a shot. Snap focus allows you to get everything in focus within a preset distance that you choose. I usually have mines on a 1 meter, so anything at 1 meter and beyond is in focus. This is such a simple and useful feature and is great for those split-second shots that require ninja reflexes. The IBIS in the GR3 is an underrated feature, allowing for low light shooting and slower shutter speeds, along with lower ISO settings without needing a lower aperture lens. It's a great alternative to having a larger size lens, which would have probably pushed the camera body size up significantly. A built-in ND filter is also highly convenient. I usually have mine set to auto, and the ND pops on when it's really bright and sunny, and I can easily shoot wide open at f2.8. The Ricoh GR3's image quality is impressive, especially considering the camera's small size. The APS-C crop sensor and positive film preset produce crisp, clean, very sharp, and detailed images with great contrast and colors. The positive film preset is even available now as a profile in Lightroom, making it easy to add to any GR3 RAW file. The camera also handles skin tones, including darker skin tones, very well, which is very important to me as a street and documentary photographer who often focuses on BIPOC people. Now, this camera isn't perfect. The durability is definitely a little sus at times. Mind you, there's no other camera that I own that has the mileage of the GR, given that it's constantly in my pocket and literally goes with me through rain, hail, heat, and snow. That said, I have noticed that there are rare times when it won't power on without me taking out and putting the battery back in. Other times, the camera stays on with the lens open and won't turn off. I've gotten an overheating warning several times while using this camera in the spring and summertime. I've also noticed that the battery life indicator sometimes randomly shows that the battery level is much lower than it actually is. These are definitely some quirks. If you're not tossing it around every day like a rag doll like myself, maybe you'll notice less of this stuff, but I will say that the Ricoh GR3 is known for its not so solid build quality. While I understand why Ricoh didn't add an OVF or EVF, I do sometimes wish that there was one and they could still somehow keep the size down. Ditto goes for a flip LCD screen for getting those odd angles. Adding these things would definitely take the GR beyond just a snapshot camera. The battery life is also something that I wish was improved. That said, this isn't the camera that you would use for a marathon wedding shoot. And I do like the fast charging USB-C port. Given that this is an everyday carry camera, it would be great if this thing was waterproof. The Fujifilm X100V would probably be the closest rival. I love the X100V, and I'm honestly patiently waiting for the sequel to drop so I can grab it. But compared to the GR, the X100V is almost double the price, and just as importantly, almost double the size. You can try to stuff the X100V in your pocket, but practically speaking, it's not at all ideal for an EDC. And that's the deal breaker for me. If you're going to create an EDC, then create an EDC, not an everyday carry camera that needs a bag as well. User experience is a very specific thing, and in my case at least, that added bulk of the X100V, along with the almost double jump in price, ended the debate. Overall, after owning the Ricoh GR3 for more than 2 years now, carrying and using it every day, and despite its quirks and potential shortcomings, I would still highly recommend this camera, especially for the specific purpose of an everyday carry snapshot street photography camera. This camera is designed to get out of the way and allow you to express yourself in an intuitive and spontaneous way that feels liberating and free, but also powerful. I don't believe in perfection in art or photography, and I believe that intuition and conditioned experience is just as valuable as precision. Despite its quirks, the Ricoh GR3 is a niche camera that could become your new best friend if you let it. I highly recommend the Ricoh GR3 for niche uses such as street photography, and even in 2023 it still holds great value and is one of the best ways to capture those truly everyday moments of humanity. So I hope you all enjoyed that one. Do you all think that the Ricoh GR3 is still worth it in 2023? Let me know in the comments below, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well for more great street photography related videos. Take care.